Each winter, the historic Rideau Canal, a Unesco World Heritage Site, becomes the Rideau Canal Skateway, the world's largest skating rink. It was Douglas Fullerton, NCC chairman from 1969 to 73, who came up with the idea of creating a skating rink on the Rideau Canal. Today, the Rideau Canal Skateway winds over 7.8 kilometers through the heart of the capital and is a key site for Winterlude celebrations in February. The average skating season runs 50 days, but back in 1971-72 season, 95 days were recorded. In solidarity with the United Way in the early 1980s, the longest human chain was created to break the Guinness World Record. The very first season of the Rideau Canal Skateway was in 1971. In 1979, Winterlude is launched, and the Rideau Canal Skateway is at center stage. In 1980, the Skateway hosts the first edition of the International Outdoor Curling Challenge at Dow's Lake and becomes an annual tradition. In 2004, the Skateway hosts Hockey Day in the capital, where more than 100 simultaneous shinny hockey games take place along the ice. In 2017, the Skateway hosts 150 hockey games to celebrate Canada's 150th anniversary. It is also selected as the best ice skating rink in North America. Hi everyone, it's Frank and Fern. We're back. It is...
Cheers.
Cheers. It is the last day of January. We're down here at the Rideau Canal. We're the longest skating rink in the world. And we are at the 6-kilometer mark there, all the way to downtown Ottawa, right down to the Parliament.
Buildings. Today is the last day of the month in January, and we are going in. We just coming out. It's the first day that they've opened things up for COVID, and
so the capacity. So you can go have a coffee. You can go eat now.
Yeah, we can now have a coffee indoors, which is kind of nice at 50% occupancy. But still, it's better than what it was, and I'm grateful for every day.
But you can see there's quite a few skaters on the canal. On the weekend, you can literally say it's a zoo on the canal. But yeah, it's much better to come during the week. You got every age group here getting their exercise, so it is a nice.
It's a Monday.
It's a nice sight to see.
It's nice. Here's a family here having a lot of fun. So we'll turn the screen so you can take a look.
Yeah. So keep following us and see what the canal has to offer. We are Frank and Fern with Java Walker World. Join us on our journey to quench your thirst for the simple pleasure of a good coffee and explore our magnificent world one step at a time. Here we have a test hole, so it serves a dual purpose. They drill to see how deep the ice is, and in turn they pump out water to flood the canal on top so that it keeps freezing, giving it a thin layer of skating.
Slick ice.
Slick ice, so it's actually a neat concept. So yeah, there's these holes drilled, looks like every, I don't know, 1,000 feet to 500 feet or somewhere like that. So
yeah, it's kind of cool. They mark it in spray paint and so that we don't fall through, but it freezes up real fast.
yeah, if you had a fishing pole, you could probably do some fishing.
Yeah.
So come on, stay with us. In the 90s, the Skateway continues to host and expand its offerings of special activities including hockey games, curling games, speed skating, and many concerts. In 2003, the first annual Ice Carving Masters Invitational launches on the Skateway during Winterlude.
You see what's great? If you are not a skater, you can still come and walk the canal. They have a really nice soft shoulder of snow on the edges. So sort of like the sidewalk to the canal skating rink. This is pretty cool.
In 1981, the beaver tail became a part of the Skateway experience, and the pastry stand finds a home on Dow's Lake. Prior to 81, the popular pastry was called the elephant ear, but the name was later changed to make it more Canadian.
Okay, we found a seat. Frank is walking on the ice. It's quite slippery if you go on your shoes, so it's better to walk on snow. But he's going to go get a beaver tail. They've had their snack, their refreshments, and now they're going to go ski again. Great family fun. It is slippery. So there are a lot of seating areas all always made fresh per order. Well, here comes Frank with our beaver tail. Let's hope, since he doesn't have his boots on, let's hope he doesn't go flying and fall. He's being very careful. I hope he just bought one because we just share. I'm getting by one for each of us. I'm just going to have a little taste. There he is.
Like a duck.
All right, look at that. You got one for each of us.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're both gonna have some tail now.
So what
We got a killaloo, which is lemon, sugar, cinnamon, and lemon on top, and the other one is a classic with just a sugar.
cinnamon and sugar,
yeah.
which is my favorite. So Frank got a little zest in his.
A little zest.
A little zest. So what does it look like?
Oh, there's the lemon.
Oh, there's the lemon. So cinnamon and sugar and lemon for those who like it like that, or just cinnamon and sugar.
Oh, geez.
Oh.
Got squirt.
Flirt. So give it a taste.
Let's see here. It's a gorgeous day today.
It's beautiful. What's the temperature? Oh, look at that. That looks good. So
very
just
good.
fried dough with cinnamon and sugar.
Looks like a piece of flatbread. Don't
Yummy?
look like. Yeah, very good. Don't look like tail to me, but.
I'm gonna put this on a tripod so that I can taste. They fried up the stove, then they slather it with butter and cinnamon and sugar, like cinnamon toast, in the shape of a beaver's tail.
It's a nice setting. It's a very nice setting. You got it really well done up here with change rooms, heated change rooms, bathrooms, vendings like the beaver tail, or hot dog stands here where you can get some hot dogs, some burgers, some pancakes it looks like, and syrup. But like I mentioned earlier, on the weekend this is really busy. It's like a zoo. Someone told me they tend to average during the high season here, which is I guess once the canal opens, I think it's 20,000 skaters a day. So that's something massive. You don't think, because you don't see many here, but the canal is so long. It's like 7.2 kilometers. So as you'll see after the beaver tails, we're just gonna walk up the canal a bit, and you'll see.
And just to give you an idea of where we are, this is Dow's Lake. What direction are we? Dow's Lake would be
Behind us would be north. But
north to the city, in comparison to the
south of the city then.
south of the city of the Parliament. So 6 kilometers where we started from is Dow's Lake, and in Dow's Lake area you have Little Italy. There's a whole bunch of up and coming sort of places down that direction. Great community. You turn the other way, you get into the Glebe community. We turn this way, Ottawa University, and then if you go north, you're at Parliament Hill. So it's a lot of fun, and the people of Ottawa are very active. They love to run, they love to jog, we love to walk, they love to skate, they love to toboggan, snowshoe.
Very active people.
Very active.
You have to be because the winter in Ottawa is very cold, very
It's
snowy.
cold and it's long, and
So
we
to
just
get out,
yeah. So we're excited to get out and just take it in. Today is what's the temperature today?
Today is minus 14. So
Mine-
this is good. People are happy with this.
-14. We're thinking this is kind of warm for
This
us.
is good because the last little is been in the minus 20s, early 30s, and that kind of thing.
And if the wind chill is really bad, it just gets really difficult. But it's not too bad today. My hands are a little cold, but I'll have this once I finish eating my beaver tail. I'll put my gloves on and we'll be just fine, and we'll get moving.
But what they do here to decorate the canal is that after Christmas, they ask people to bring down their Christmas trees and just dump them off at the edge of the canal. And then what the NCC does, the National Capital Commission, is grab those and does this like they are here behind us. They divide the skating rink and just decorate it all along the canal. Decorate the canal with these Christmas trees. So double use, and then once the canal season is over, they take them and chip them and use them for mulch for all the gardens that we have here, for like your tulip festivals and all that kind of stuff. So it's actually a very good program.
And we have a lot of gardens.
Yeah. Reduce, reuse, refuse, or how?
Might as well. Well, thanks for being with us. Stick along because we're going to see a lot more. We're going to see if we can get all the way down. We got a parking spot that gives us 2 hours parking for free, so we're good to go for a little while. Thanks for being with us. So it's great. They have change rooms for your skates so you can be a little bit warm. And they have public bathrooms here because, you know, when you need to go, you need to go. And this is just one of many rest stops within the canal and the skating rink. Isn't that cute? People coming with their baby carriages. Nothing stops them. I love this. I'm determined I'm going to get my skates going. Well, there's somebody on the canal skating rink with their car. I guess it's somebody making a delivery to one of the coffee places or the beaver town. Maybe they're delivering some stuff, but that's unusual to see. But they do have some really heavy equipment on this canal in order to clean off the snow. They drill into the canal so that they with pumps, and they pump out the water so that they can get this nice slick ice along here. It's all part of the management of keeping this going.
In 2005, the Skateway is recognized by the Guinness Book of World Records as the largest natural frozen ice rink in the world. You can see from here how far down we are actually into the canal. This is the snow buildup, and there's the rails of the canal up there. And the road is even further up. And if you can see in the far end of the canal, we are at the 5.2 kilometer mark into downtown Ottawa. As you see, we have all kinds of vehicles on the canal. We even have Santa's sleigh here, and a couple of elves pushing it. In 2007, the Rideau Canal becomes a National Historic Site of Canada and Unesco World Heritage Site. In 2011, the Froster, a new ice resurfacer, revolutionizes maintenance on the skateway.
Wow. The problem with winter, it's beautiful when it's white and clean, but as you can see, lots of dirty snow from the cars and sanding and salting. But that's the way it is. Well, Frank and I are really enjoying this walk. It's so nice to be out.
Yeah, sun is shining. It's not that cold, and it's cold, but really bearable. And the sunshine is just so.
Yeah. Ottawa is a great city. In the winter time, you know, we're lucky. We can typically go south, but if not, it's still a beautiful city, and we love it here.
A special shout out to a couple of our loyal followers. Thank you, Mary and Caesar. Flying now, but that was fantastic. It was nice to get out of the house.
Well, thank you for joining us, and stick along because we'll bring you more about all sorts of different things, whether it be in Southern Ontario, Eastern Ontario. As you know, we do Costa Rica. Check out those videos. We did the Azores. Check out our playlist and stay with us while we maneuver through this COVID situation, and as things open up, we'll become a little bit more adventurous. Thanks for walking with us.